G'day guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Zach, this is my German Shepherd Luce. Welcome to Lucy's channel, Lucy the German Shepherd. So today we are camping up at the Yindimurra Canyon Camp. Now this is about 3 hours west of Sydney. So we're up here just for one night. We're up here to test out some new gear we got and to capture the sunset over these beautiful canyons. Now this is actually one of the widest canyons in Australia. Anyway guys, we're going to take you along and let's give you a tour of the camp. You're going to see we're not using a swag today, we're actually using a new tent we got from Onetigris, the 2-man hiking tent, the Onetigris Cosmitto tent. So we're going to give it a whirl out here today and see how she scrubs up. So guys, let's go. Right guys, let's give you a little tour of our new sleeping setup. So if you can have a look in here, this is our Onetigris 2-man Cosmitto tent. So this is more a super lightweight hiking tent. It's got some mixed reviews, but I'm pretty keen to see how it goes tonight. Some people have reported that it does get a little bit of water leakage, but then other people say it doesn't. So I don't think it does. I just think, you know, if you're gonna sleep in a tsunami, doesn't matter what you're in, you're gonna get rained out. But I think this is gonna do really well tonight. I'm quite excited about it. There's a little light up there. Now Onetigris also hooked us up with the with a down sleeping bag, and Lucy also has a little down sleeping mat for her. Obviously a little bit more room than the old swag. So super excited to try this out tonight. And just underneath it is our Nemo sleeping pad. Now that I did buy with my own money. It is a 4-season sleeping pad, so hopefully it doesn't get too hot in there. But even though it'll be great in the winter. So yeah, pretty keen to give this a little whirl tonight. She is bloody warm. So Goose and I, we're gonna go and find some firewood. So when nighttime comes along, I'm not scrounging around in the bush going, oh shit. Hey Luce, shall we go get some firewood? Yeah, let's go. The camp's all pretty cozy for now. I think it is all good. We've got some firewood. So we're going to go have a little go check it out and go have a little look around and just have a look around and see if I can find a couple of nice vantage points for these beautiful canyons. I really want to try and hit it, capture when the sun hits these beautiful canyons. It's absolutely incredible. A lot of this here is old ancient Aboriginal land. So yeah, it is. It's a very special place in the Aboriginal community. So yeah, I want to try and do it some justice and capture it in its absolute beauty. Come on Goose, let's go mate.
The spiritual Wiradjuri Valley was the birthplace for women of the Wiradjuri tribe, the local clan being the Dabi mob, the first inhabitants of this land for over 50,000 years. With keeping the campsite's name, Yindimurra is a part of the Wiradjuri language, meaning respect to take things slowly, respect each other, respect the wildlife, and the culture of the first custodians of this land, the nation's first people.
So guys, we're just talking to the owner of this land before, and just up behind us, up on the big beautiful canyon up there, there is some old Aboriginal artwork just up to the left over my shoulder, over my right shoulder. And apparently it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old. It would be incredible to see, but I don't think Lucy and I would actually make it up there. But just knowing it's there, it just makes this place all that more special. got to meet the husband who owns this land, and he's lived here for 57 years. That's awesome. So he's just going away on the tractor now. And obviously Lynn come back. Wonderful woman, by the way. Lovely couple. By the way, guys, HIPCAMP, come and stay here. This is a really, really nice place. Look at that moon. We're gonna try and get a little time lapse of that moon right now just behind us, and see where the night takes us. And we also need to get a fire going. But I did plan to film sunset. That didn't happen because I ended up crashing my bloody drone. I can't believe it. Actually, where's the last little bit of light? So we got to meet some of the couple of horse riders as well. Lucy had never seen horses before, so that was really interesting. But no, she was very well behaved. She's just like, these are big dogs, like this is awesome. And yeah, but anyway, that was epic. Lovely people. But now I want to try and get a nice time lapse of this moon coming up, and I'm gonna get that fire started too. What a ripping day today's been. No complaints from this end. First thing, crashed me drone, holy shit, completely smashed it. The whole side piece is broke, like one of the little propellers, the entire arm is broken. But got some awesome shots, so totally worth it. But yeah, gonna have to get a new one of those. It's literally 5 minutes past 10, and we still haven't even eaten yet. So I've just popped the grill on the fire, and we're gonna cook up some dinner. Lucy hasn't eaten yet, but she's passed out. Look at her, hey? she's done. What an exciting day. Yeah, literally went to cook dinner like 2 hours ago, but we just kind of got lost just sitting here, being like really reflecting on life this evening. It's been good. Got a baby girl on the way, and just really been thinking about it, you know what I mean? Like, super excited. Wife is gonna give birth in about 8 weeks. And yeah, this just gives me some time to just really think about it, you know, and think about the kind of I suppose the man that I want to become. Sounds corny, but yeah, I've been really thinking about it, you know, like the dad that I want to be. And very excited to become a dad. Very nervous and scared as well. Like, you know, you don't want to mess it up. I've messed up plenty of things in my life, but I don't want to mess that up at all. But I was literally sitting here thinking before, I don't even think I could even enter into this if it wasn't for Lucy. Like, I think getting Lucy nearly 4 years ago was one of the best things that has probably ever happened to my wife and I. It really changed a lot in our relationship, you know. It really changed us as human beings. Getting a puppy, like what a thing, right? You got oh my God, you got this, you know, selfish young couple that does whatever they want, whenever they want, you know, and then all of a sudden they got this puppy that you've got to look after. But I wouldn't trade it for the world, and I believe we got the best dog in the world. She's such a good dog, Luce. And I was just sitting here thinking, like, if it wasn't for Lucy, I would not be equipped to even think about becoming a dad. You know, I'm very lucky to have Lucy, and sometimes I wish she could understand what I say to her. Like, she's such an awesome dog. But yeah, I know becoming a dad is going to be hard, like slightly harder than being a dog dad, but I feel like I can apply a lot of the things I've learned in raising Lucy to maybe my baby. You know, crate train them. I'm just joking. That's a joke. But yeah, it's a very exciting time, and I just don't think I'd be mentally there or mentally ready, or even matured enough to even have a baby if it wasn't for Lucy. So yeah, This dog's always amazing me, to be honest, you know. She's a great dog. I know you guys know she's a great dog. And yeah, anyway, I'm just rambling now. But yeah, just been reflecting on life. Got a baby on the way for those who don't know. And if you want to know, there you go. Little girl. And but Lucy will always be my firstborn. Hey, Luce. But yeah, it's been a lovely day, guys. It's been a good night. So here, is it your dinner? So we've got obviously Lucy's kibble, and we've got a can of tuna. So that's what Lucy's having for dinner. Obviously she's on a prescription kibble, and I'll pop it all in there for her. She can have as much as she wants tonight. Oh shit, just lost some. Whoopsies. It's a neat little little travel bowl for her, isn't it? That's some trained dog, if you're ever wondering. And then we have a can of tuna, which I'm gonna just drain out some of that juice. Yep, excuse me. There you go, yes. Good girl. That is Luce done. She will have some chicken skewers though. I'm gonna give her a bit of my chicken skewer. Alrighty guys, that is dinner. So we have sauteed chicken skewers. Oh, Lucy, you like the smell of that? Sit. You can have a piece of chicken. We have sweet potato instant mash, and we have little Dutch carrots. So, bon appetit. Oh. That is great. Mmm, beautiful. Would you like a little bit? Yes. There you go. It's your bit. Yum, this is delicious, guys. It's a bit of a late one. What time is it now? 10 to 11. Mmm. Well guys, we're in bed and we're gonna call it a night. Look at Luce. This is pretty bloody good in here. Nice tent. Good morning. How did you sleep? Good morning, young lady. How did you sleep? Did you have a good sleep? Did you have a good sleep? Good morning guys, so we survived the night in a 2-man, Onetigris Cosmitto tent and it was a bloody ripper. This is definitely going to be in my arsenal moving forward, especially when Lucy and I start doing a little bit of camping where we're hiking into some regions. But warm, toasty, dry, awesome. And that one Onetigris duck down sleeping bag, what a bloody treat. So guys, the flyers are out in force and we're probably gonna pack up the camp pretty soon. But what we do need to do is bang a coffee into this big head of mine and we'll pack up and head off. Also, we're probably gonna do a little bit of training with Lucy. If you wanna hang around and see that, please feel free. You want some coffee, mate? It's coffee. You're in the way. What are you doing? That's coffee, mate. About to pack up and call it a day. So it's about 9 in the morning. It's heating up. It's probably at 30 degrees now. Goose has had a great morning doing whatever she's been doing, chasing birds and getting amongst it. This is just a quick little one-nighter just to get out the big smoke and also test out the new Onetigris gear that we got. The down sleeping bag, the Onetigris, new Onetigris 2-man Cosmitto tent. Awesome tent, by the way. So easy to set up and look, kept us dry, kept us cool. I'm bloody happy with it and definitely going to be using that from now on. But yeah, setting this thing up, super easy. I didn't even follow the instructions or anything, just kind of pieced it together in about 5 minutes. So yeah, great little bit of kit. Also guys, I just wanted to touch on one thing about camping with dogs. Now, obviously out here, we are about an hour away from the closest town and about half an hour away from reception. There's no Google Maps out here. Like, you're pretty isolated and you're pretty alone. So, like, I just wanted to touch on pretty much a worst case scenario that could happen, which is Lucy coming across a snake and getting bitten by a snake out here. Unfortunately, we have, you know, Australia has some of the most deadliest snakes in the world and a lot of them. And the main snakes around here, which I think is the deadliest in the world, is the brown snake. And there are loads of them around here, as well as tiger snakes. When being out in places like this and having like your dog kind of free rein like I have Luce, first of all, basic obedience is paramount. Luce is a very sharp dog. She's done a lot of training. She's trained in advanced obedience. But that's not to say that she's still not immune from getting bitten by a snake. One, she's never come across a snake and she has a high prey drive. Now, if I see her come across a snake, I can tell her to leave it and she will leave it. So the command leave it is essential when it comes to your dogs, especially out here, like in an environment like this where there's lots of little things around. Like before, she got stuck into some bones and I told him to leave it and she spat it out and it's no dramas. But yeah, anyway, back to it. But pretty much a worst case scenario in a place like this is if Lucy does get bitten by a snake. Now with the brown snake, so that's kind of what I rate everything off. I have a little plan and I literally write this plan out on a piece of paper, which essentially, if Lucy's bitten by a snake, I have 1 hour to get her to a medical facility, a veterinary medical facility. So from here, before I go to any campsite, I literally pinpoint where's my most nearest veterinary clinic, and then I work back from there. Then I write a set of instructions out on paper, because there's no reception out here, there's no Google Maps, there's no nothing. So from my campsite, I use Google Maps at home before I come, and I planned how to get from my campsite, step by step directions from getting out of my campsite to the first turn, all the way to the veterinary clinic. Now, I keep that on a piece of paper up on my dash, and then I also have a little reminder on that piece of paper to tell me to start the stopwatch. So if Lucy gets bitten by a snake, she's pretty much got an hour. And so from this, if that was to happen here, the closest veterinary hospital is 42 minutes precisely. So I could probably shave that drive down to about 35 minutes without trying to kill myself. But that's all the time you've got. So there is no room for error, because after about that hour mark, a brown snake will kill anything. So that is just something to keep in mind, guys. Like, I forget lots of things when I come out camping, but how to manage Lucy and what to do if she's bitten by a snake is the one thing that I don't forget. I always have a small plan and a fast plan that I can action straight away. So if Lucy were to get bitten by a snake, and this is actually from the vet as well, I've spoken to the vet about this, it's kind of not like a human where if you to get bitten by a snake, you like tourniquet the area and stop the spread of venom getting into lymph nodes and things. You can't do that with a dog. So what you want to do, the fastest, your best prevention with your dog, what's going to save your, stay there goose, what's going to save your dog's life are your car keys, and the ability for you to get from A to B efficiently with no errors. So you imagine if your dog got bitten out here and you're an hour away from everything, no reception, no nothing, and then you're panicking, trying to get your dog to a bloody vet, and you don't know where the vet is, you still can't get Google Maps, you're driving around willy-nilly. After, with the closest vet being 42 minutes away, like, you have 18 minutes left until your dog's dead. So one wrong turn, it's game over. So I think just for anyone who wants to camp with their dogs, and it's awesome, like, I love it. I think camping with a dog is such a special thing, especially like with a dog like a shepherd. These guys are high prey drive animals, and just seeing her out in the wilderness is awesome. But don't be naive and have a plan for worst case scenario. Because unfortunately, like, I can't just, jump on my little sat phone and ring the chopper to come pick up my dog. It doesn't work like that. Goose, sit down, we're nearly done. Good girl. So guys, when you're camping with your dog, just make sure you have a plan. You're so clever. Guys, make sure you have a plan when it comes to bringing your dog out camping, and make sure you can action it ASAP if needed. And again, if your dog gets bitten, you leave everything. You take the car keys, dog in the car, and you go and you follow your plan. And I keep mine up on my sun visor, so it's just there. And I do a new plan for every time I come out to a new place, because again, I also have a copy of the plan in my phone as well, in my notes. But what happens if my phone's dead? So that's why good old pen and paper sometimes is the best way to do it. But yeah, anyway, guys, I thought I'd just touch on that. I think it's an important thing, camping with your dog, and yeah. So, and I think just with a bit of planning, you can prevent, your best mate dying if worst comes to worst. And the thing is, you could go roll under that bush over there, and I can probably guarantee there'd be a bloody brown snake over there. So, like, they're everywhere here. And this is not to do with the property. This is just Australia, man. Everything here is big, and everything here is poisonous. So, and I'm sure there's plenty of other places like that in the world as well. So, guys, we're going to wrap it up. It's hot and I need to pack up the tent. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you want to help support the channel, I need to get a new drone, by the way, because I crashed and killed mine. But if you want to support the channel, please jump onto our Patreon, be linked below. If you want to come to this campsite, this is all done through HIPCAMP. HIPCAMP's awesome. It's, it's safe camping, it's fun camping. The reason why I'm using HIPCAMP is because I struggle to find really nice places where I can take Lucy. Obviously we can't go to national parks, but what's amazing is we've got national parks around us, but this is private land. So we kind of get the beauty of the national parks to the side, all the nice photos and things, but we're not in a national park, so Lucy can come. But guys, if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. That'd be amazing. And for those of you who are new subscribers, like, wondering what the hell this channel is about, like, obviously this is my dog's channel, Lucy the German Shepherd. But we're obviously getting into more camping stuff as well. So if you're into camping and things, like, yeah, please join in. Like, we're going to be doing heaps. I'm getting a new Land Cruiser very shortly. I've got a baby on the way. It's all very exciting. I'm going to get my wife, and we're going to do lots of family camp trips. But this is all kind of at Lucy's perspective. But just to let you know. And so if you join and want to see camp stuff, and then you see me post random dog stuff as well, like, yeah, just, you know, if you want to watch those videos too, that'd be great, but just so you don't get confused. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned, because we're going to be going somewhere else, and probably, I think, next week or the week after. I think we're actually going to take Mum, my pregnant wife. We're going to try and get her out with us, so that'll be great. Anyway, guys, until the next one, we'll see you later. Free! Good girl. Just our goodest girl. Come, puss. Up. Getting cuddles for daddy. You got these cuddles for daddy. Big kiss. Mwah.